It must be Tuesday because it's Tuesdays with Terri, and we're here to give you the best expert tips and expertise on how to present like a rock star at your next presentation. And this specifically has to do with that one thing that we all sometimes lose, and that's our confidence. Confidence, how you appear, how you walk up, how you're breathing. All of these things translate, especially if you're doing an opening statement to that jury or that judge or that audience that you're in front of. Confidence in 7 seconds, according to Judith Glaser, who wrote Conversational Intelligence, they've written a story about you. It's not necessarily accurate either, but how you dress, how you sound, what's going on with how you present. And I'm just going to give you 3 tips out of 10 that are going to help you rock your next presentation, whether it's in front of a jury, whether you're doing a focus group, or whether you're just doing a presentation to your church or your school. And the first one is in that 7 seconds, they're writing a story. Your confidence has to silence the inner critic so that you can feel confident about what you're about to deliver. And that takes preparation. You got to practice. You have to have your points. You don't have to read it. And reading, of course, it kind of destroys the connection because you're not looking at the people, and eye contact is really important. The second one is your body language. Are you meek because you're a little nervous? Are you tugging at your clothes because you're uncomfortable? Do they fit? What do they look like? Look at your shoes. Shoes are an important factor, especially for men. The tone of your voice is number 2. Women have a tendency, almost double of men, according to some of the studies, for uptalk. We'll raise the end of the sentence, which makes us sound a little less confident. And we want to, that's fixable. All you have to do is practice. And that just takes a simple recording to hear yourself. Because confidence needs to be strong, powerful, paced. Because if you're talking too fast, that shows that you might be too nervous. And watch the tone of your voice. Because when you have confidence, you're breathing better, so your voice will lower. And for women, that's a good thing. What's the third one? I would say monotone. What I've observed in the courtroom, especially with men, is they will read, and that puts, when you read something, you don't go, oh, you don't have any action to your voice. And so that monotone will put people to sleep. They'll go back in their head and say things like, that's boring, and not hear what you need to say. And the third one is, how do you keep their attention? In a courtroom, exactly, the judge will say, no, here's the evidence. And then the attorney goes up there and gives them the evidence. No, you don't try the case. You tell the story. The story engages them to go, I want to hear more. So if you're giving a presentation, whether it's in a courtroom or out of a courtroom, appearance, tone, appearance meaning body language as well, tone, modulation, powerful pauses, speaking with confidence so that you're not racing or too soft or too loud. And the third one is, how are you going to tell the story? Tell me the story of the relevance. The evidence will come later. Then in the center of the program, if you have 3 circles, according to the fabulous Patricia Fripp, who's one of the best presenters on the planet, you've got the opening, you've got the development. That's when you do all the evidence and the facts and whatever. And then you bring it back to the end of the story. Take us on a journey when you speak and present to people. Remember, it's conversation, even if it's formal. But at the end of the day, what you want is people to see and hear and then evaluate. And they can't do it if they're not listening. So we don't want you to mess up anything you can do to be the most powerful presenter ever. I'm Terri Murphy. We have presentation skill training and coaching for men and women. But if you're interested in our ebook, just email me at terri@terrimurphy.com, and we'll send you a copy with our compliments on the 10 tips to make you the rock star of your next presentation. Have a great week and get out there and let's strut some confidence.